Alright friends, this is the back page for homework, page 442 on topic 8.6, zeros in the quotient. I'm looking at number 9 on the back. Please find that spot. Check for reasonableness. A basketball team scored a total of 600 points in 5 games. Let's go ahead and box that. Sounds like important information. The team scored the same number of points in each game. Then divided to find out how many points the team scored in each game. He did not think his answer was reasonable. What was his error? Well, before we can even talk about somebody else's error, we have to know what errors they made by dividing ourselves. So let's go ahead and divide our own selves. So we're going to do 600. Is it 600? Yeah. 600 divided by 5. I need extra paper because my numbers are bigger. All right. 6 divided by 5 is 1. 1 times 5 is 5. Subtract. Bring down the 0. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 times 5 is 10. Subtract. Get a 0. Oh, you must still bring this other 0 down because this 0 is still under the division sign. So even though you think you're done, you're not, because this counts. So 0 divided by 5 is 0. 0 times 5 is 0. Now I am done. So when I look at Ned's work, I can see that he only has a 12. Do you see that? So what was his mistake? He needs to use a 0 to hold. What was that place value? Let me look. Hundreds, tens, ones. To hold the ones place value. The answer is 120. That was his mistake. Okay. Number 10. How can 102 students best be divided equally into 5 classrooms? Same way we do no matter what number it is. 102 divided by 5. Can't start dividing at the hundreds. I'm going to have to hug this number and call it a 10. So my first quotient is going to go above the 0. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 times 5 is 10. Subtract. Bring down the 2. 2 is smaller than this 5, so I need to have a placeholder. And multiply 0 times 5, which is 0. And now I have a remainder of 2. Does that make sense? Well, let's see. 20 times 5 is 100, and then I have to add the remainder of 2. So yeah, that's right. Perfect. Number 11. The distance from Tom's house to the schoolyard is 545 yards. Tom's goal is to walk to school in 5 minutes. How many yards does he need to walk each minute to meet his goal? Well, easy. Let's find out. Notice how small that space is. I'm going to go ahead and use my extra piece of paper to divide 545, by 5. Here we go. Please make sure that you're showing your work on a separate piece of paper and attaching it to this homework. Otherwise, I will be marking it wrong. Here we go. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 5 times 1 is 5. Subtract. Get a 0. Bring down the 4. 4 is less than 5, so placeholder. Placeholder times 5 is 0. Subtract. I'm not done though, because there's still numbers under the division sign, so I gotta bring that 5 down. 45 divided by 5 is 9. 9 times 5 is 45. Subtract, no remainder. So my answer is 109. He needs to walk 109 yards per minute. Now, is that doable? I really truly do not know his endurance. I hope it is, but if that is his goal, he needs to get walking. Okay, number 12. Oh, shout out to Owen because this one has his name in it. Hi, Owen. Owen has had a dog walking business for the last 3 years. He's taken 927 walks during that time. If he took the same number of walks each year, how many walks did Owen take each year? Well, you can see it there. You need to divide. So let's try it. 927 divided by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. And there's a 0. Bring down the 2. And I realize 2 is smaller than 3. Can't divide that. So I need a placeholder until I can bring the 7 down. Okay. Is there a possibility that you can go ahead and bring the 7 down at this point? Yes. But the reason we're practicing the multiplying by the 0 here is to get you in the habit of seeing that you have to put that 0 there as a placeholder. Okay. So 0 times 3 is 0. Subtract and get a 2. Now I can bring down the 7. I could have had the 7 here, but then there's a dangerous situation here where I might forget to put that 0 there and just call it my answer at 39. Okay, 27 divided by 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. I subtract and get a 0 remainder. So he has taken 309 walks each year. Okay. All right, I am going to let you do number 13 and 14 by yourself. Let me help you read this one just so that you can get an idea of what to do. Gabrielle needs this much money to register for a week of summer horse camp. She earns $8 an hour working at the local pool. She's worked 30 hours so far this summer. If she has saved all of her earnings, does she have enough to register for horse camp? If not, how many hours does she need to work? Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply how much she makes an hour by the number of hours worked already. So, $8 an hour times 30 hours will give me that. And then when I find that answer, I have to subtract what? What do I have to subtract? Well, I need to find my answer and then take this and subtract whatever I got here. So I'm going to write it right here. 336 is what it costs to register minus whatever this number is equals the number of, or the amount of money that I still need. So I'm going to put in here, still need, with a little symbol here that says money still need. Okay. Now, if I need some money, where is that going to come from? She's not going to get a super duper gift, not yet. She's going to have to keep working at $8 an hour. So we're going to say money still needed divided by 8 equals hours left to work. Okay, so this is a multi-step problem. So when you get your answer here, subtract that answer from the original 336, which is the cost of the camp. That tells you how much money you still need to earn. And you take that and divide it by 8 to tell you the number of hours that she still has to work. Okay? All right, I hope that was helpful to you. Make sure that you finish all of the items that we did not go over together. And make sure that you turn it in the following day with all of the work shown either on an extra piece of paper or on your actual worksheet. See you soon.